Queen Latifah, MC Light, Salt and Pepper, Moni Love, Wu-Tang.
Happy birthday, hip hop!
When did you fall in love with hip hop?
Oh man, so interesting story. Born in the 80s, so you know what I'm saying, I was growing up in the 90s for the most part. I was super young, so I wasn't really listening to a whole variety of music yet, be whatever was on the radio or maybe something I came across on TV. I was going to see my friend. I went to go see her. She was home. She lived like right down the street. She wasn't there or couldn't come out or something, but her sister was right there in the garage. She's like dressed really interestingly, like baggy clothes and colorful stuff, hat on, like, and she was listening to this music and I'm like, what is this? And funny enough, it was TLC. So she's like, this is TLC. You ain't never heard of TLC? And I was like, no, who are they? So she begins to break it down, grabs her cassette tapes and shows me like their music and stuff. And we start listening to it. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Now, some would say, oh, that's not hip hop, but it absolutely is. TLC reflected like the hip hop culture, you know, with the colorful, you know, just flamboyant boldness and all of that kind of stuff. So as I would explore their music, I'll begin to like identify similar artists that are like, you know, wearing these certain things or like acting a certain way and talking about certain things, and the pieces started to connect from there. So it was like, wait a minute, this is like a whole movement. Like this is not just one artist. This is the whole thing that's kind of rapidly growing in everything that I hear. So I began to just like follow different artists, and I mean like fell in love with so many I don't want to name because it's gonna be like so someone's gonna get left out. As I got older, I kind of went back to start to see like, where did this come from? And, you know, hearing about like the first official day of hip hop, you know, when it was created at the party with Cool Herc and all of that. But from there, I just saw hip hop everywhere. And it just was something I gravitated to instantly. Like I loved it. I couldn't explain it. I didn't explain it. It's just something that I found, and I just loved like the crispness of the drums and, you know, the bass line. Whenever anybody asks me like, what kind of music do I make? I always say it's a blend of soul, hip hop, and jazz. But there's something about hip hop that just stuck with me in such a way that I feel like every song that I do, you hear a little bit of it. When I first started out, I was just using hip hop tracks. My brother was a producer. He was coming up in the game too, and he was working with his friends that were all rappers. So all he was making was like these rap beats. So I would take those, or just listening to hip hop albums and taking the instrumentals of some of the songs and singing to them. My first project, Next in Line, is full of hip hop tracks. It's always been a part of me. It's always been something that's been there.
The fashion of the fashion. To this day, anybody that knows me knows my closet and knows that like if there is a 90s themed anything, I don't even have to go to the store. As you can see, like this was just already in my room.